Honestly, it is like Tony Hawk, but with shit.
Buyer's Remorse.
Hello and welcome to Buyer's Remorse. I'm Justin.
I'm Darren.
On Buyer's Remorse, we find games that are unplayed or untouched in our libraries, well, in each other's libraries, and we subject each other to 60 minutes of play to see if it is a wonderful buyer's confirmation or a dreaded buyer's remorse. What game did you play for today?
Muddy Heights 2.
First off, I guess the first question would be, did you play Muddy Heights 1?
No, I haven't played Muddy Heights 1. I don't even think it's on Steam, to be honest. I think it's on some other... I think it's on maybe mobile or something like that. It's not on Steam.
Well, I'm going to be very curious at the end of this if you're going to be in a rush to go and play that one, having played the sequel. I know why I picked this one. It took me a second to remember, but I completely remember why I picked this one for you. It's almost reminiscent of an early one I had you play, which was Dump in the Dark, because this one is all poop related. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not as dark as the other one. Yeah. This one has got no shit-covered clowns running around trying to dismember you. Yeah. So Muddy Heights 2 is $3 and...
At base?
Yep. Just a straightforward $3. And... it's made by a company, the developers are called Rageborn Studio, and they're also the publisher. Self-published, developers. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about Muddy Heights 1. I can't tell you anything about that, but I can definitely tell you about Muddy Heights 2.
So you didn't feel lost in the story?
Yeah. They managed to encapsulate their own kind of universe for this one.
Did you get a last time on? Or?
No.
Okay.
The premise is pretty simple. You are a guy perched up on a high place, and you have a nice happy look on your face, and then you decide it's time to take a shit, and then you shit off of the balcony or off of the Ferris wheel that you're on, or on top of on the balcony of the hotel that you're on, or from the roof of a building you're on, and then your object of the game is this big turd comes down and you can get to control it. And so you slide it around and you jump it around and you splatter on people. And then you basically cover everything in shit. And then once you get to there's like a threshold where people will start freaking out. All of a sudden, they're quite happy in the beginning when there's a moving turd running around. But then once enough people get covered, then they start freaking out and they all run for an exit. And so that's the level. You got to get the most points you can before everybody vacates the area. Okay.
Are there power-ups in this game?
Yes, there are. I'm glad you asked. Because that's all this game has, basically. There's only 3 maps. There's what I'll refer to as a street level, a beach level, and an amusement park level. And what you do is you've got a bunch of achievements, not Steam achievements, but like game achievements. You gotta like goals, I guess. Think of it like the things in Tony Hawk that you collect skate or do this, tag this wall 3 times, like that. So you got things like that. It'll say like hydrophobic poop, and so you got to work out what does that mean.
It's afraid of water, then.
Yeah. So, but then it's kind of like almost like a puzzle in a sense. This is a very elegant game, Justin. Think Talos Principle, but with shit. Right, so basically you got to look at this and think, okay, what does that mean? So you're like, you throw the turd and you jump it into the fountain. Doesn't trigger the achievement. But what you can do is you hit a car, the car swerves and then hits the fire hydrant. And then when you jump through the fire hydrant, then you get it. So it's like you have to kind of work out what these achievements mean. And so there's 5 per level. And then there's 3 main targets that you've got to get. One, usually it's always the same one, like get this much combo score, get this many points, and get this other thing. And then on the right side is those like 5 or 10 achievements. It depends on the level of like a little bit puzzling, like find out how to trigger these ones. Every time you trigger something, you get $1. Why? I don't know. But you get $1 and then you can spend that. And so you've got a table in front of you, which is full of stuff. So you've got burger, burrito, milk, chewing gum, chicken, candy floss, and chili. And I'm pretty sure there was another one, but I can't remember what it was now. I think there's 8.
So who buys this?
You do.
As the character, not the poop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the guy's up there in his green t-shirt, and he looks all happy. And then you click on the item. So basically each item gives you a different power-up. So the burger will give you like more poops. So you start, I think each level you've got 3 lives basically. So you get 3 chances to up your score, right? So with the burger, you'll have a better chance of hitting that score target. Like maybe it's 50,000 points. And so maximum you can get per level is usually about, I think it varies, but it's usually between 3 or 5. You can't max out everything. But so the burger gives you more lives. The burrito gives you like, okay, I don't know how I can phrase this without sounding disgusting, but the burrito, like...
We're talking, the whole game is about poop, and you're worried about sounding disgusting now. So it must be really bad.
No, I mean, this is like...
Is it runny?
Yeah, kind of. So it's like the burrito is like a longer poop duration. Doesn't mean it takes longer to do it. It means that you've got... Because, okay, think of... When you finally let it rip onto the streets below, imagine as you're dragging it along the ground, the smear that's left behind. That smear can only go for so far as it reduces your overall size. And so once you get to the very last bit, you just kind of evaporate in like a little fart, like, and then that's the end of the level. So the level ends in 2 ways. One is everybody runs away and you can't collect any more points. And then the second way is you basically run out of energy, I guess, right? So this big...
You run out of matter.
Yeah. Just basically this long, humongous skid mark. And so that's what the burrito does. It gives you a longer skid mark, basically. The milk, I don't remember what the milk does, but I should have really written these things down. That's kind of what we're supposed to be doing here. Chewing gum, for some reason, gives you double jump. I mean, I get it, but... No one swallows chewing gum on purpose. Maybe this guy does. He takes his job very seriously. But yeah, you get double jump. Chicken does something else. Candy floss gives you a higher jump. So these are very important because there's the things that you got to do in the level are you have to find 3 toilet papers. Every level is like find 3 toilet papers. And so some of them are like hidden like on top of roofs and stuff. So you'll never get that on your first playthrough. You've got to get the double jumps.
And they're always in the same place?
They're always in the same place for every level. Yeah. So, but they change obviously between the levels. But some of them are quite hard to find. You need to like get into vantage points so you can look around. The initial kind of when you enter the level for the first time gives you like a camera pan around and like showing, and sometimes you can spot, oh, there's one there, they'll give you like little hints to where these things are. But yeah, so that's one of them, and then that'll give you $1, and then if you find all 3 of them, and then the other one, score, and then biggest combination. So like if you can smear shit on 25 people, you get $1. Personally, I think that would be arrest time or like jail time, but yeah, not $1.
How many of these things can you eat at a time?
As many as you have dollars for. So for every level, but that's what I'm saying, you'll only ever max out at about $5. So you'll never get to have all the power-ups. But you can eat 5, and so you can have like explosive poops, like long skid marks, double jump, and high jump, everything.
So your wallet maxes at 5? Pretty
much, because you only get $1 per achievement that you get, and so for some levels there's only 3. For some of them there's 5 or something. I think 5 is the maximum.
Okay. I was just wondering if this is the type of thing where you play it 20 times so that you can get a whole bunch of money and then have one amazing run where you've eaten all of the food. And so then you can have the most amazing run ever if that was the plan. But if you're kind of maxed at 5, then that does limit what I would probably do to game the system.
Yeah, exactly. So once you get to the end of your energy, you can just hit the spacebar and you just kind of explode over everyone, so you can kind of like just your final kind of kamikaze suicide bomb kind of thing. So yeah, it's interesting, I guess, that you get to control a sentient turd. But yeah, that's it, and that's the whole game. It's just like working out these achievements. The graphics are really weird. They're all kind of weirdly blocky. They've got weird faces. and they're all happy, but then when they're running away, they're almost like Picasso drew them. They're just weird, unsettling to look at kind of faces. Yeah, some of the achievements are like it's just a toilet humor game, and my daughter loves it.
Which is why I assumed you bought it. Is that why you bought it?
Yeah. She actually put me onto this game, right? So she watches a channel called FGTV, or at least, she used to watch them. And she watches this channel, FGTV, which is kind of like a family-friendly channel on YouTube where it's like the dad and the mom and the kids all play video games together. And, you know, it's good because it's, you know, family friendly, and there's nothing. I can let her watch that completely unsupervised. It's great. But she's dad, what's Muddy Heights? Can you get Muddy Heights? I'm like, all right, I'll have a look for it. I looked it up. I was like, what's this? She's like, they're playing it on YouTube, and so I bought it. And then she's all over it, man. She loves this game, or at least she loved it. She hasn't played it for a while, but she loves this game, and I have to admit, I kind of do too. It's addictive. It's like, honestly, it is like Tony Hawk, but with shit. It's weird. It's like, instead of collecting skate, you collect toilet paper. Instead of the highest combo trick in Tony Hawk, you've got the highest combo in this as well. High score. Yeah, the only thing's missing is collecting videotapes. So I guess that's kind of like the toilet papers as well. The only thing is,
you don't get to grind.
You don't get to grind, yeah. But you do have to pull off tricks, I guess. Like there's a bit of platforming. Like, for example, there's one level on the beach where there's a toilet paper in like the lifeguard thing, and you can't climb a ladder because you're a poop. So you got to jump on the ice cream truck, which you get an achievement for. There's poop in my ice cream, and then you can platform up to get the toilet paper. But there's some really funny achievements. One of them is called Revenge, and that's in the fairground one, in the fairground level. It's called Revenge. And I got it completely by accident because I was aiming for something else. There's one called, some of them are really straightforward, like derail the roller coaster. So you got to get onto the roller coaster and hit them. As soon as you hit them, it falls off, right? Just like the cars kind of swerving into the fire hydrant. But on the way down, my shit landed on a seagull. So it's like revenge. I'm 7 years old in my humor, man. So
this game, you have played it for an hour. Did you play it for more than an hour?
With my daughter, yeah, definitely.
Will you come back to it?
I think it is one of those games that you can come back to, honestly. But there's not much to it. It's like, think of it, you're playing $1 per level, pretty much.
Are there more challenges that you didn't get that you still want to get?
No, in the hour, in fact, almost to the minute, I managed to 100% the game. So I got every single achievement, every single power-up, every single sub-achievement, whatever you want to call it, or like every secondary achievement, 100% on all screens, done in 1 hour.
Would you recommend this game to me?
I would, yeah. I think, honestly, you would get a kick out of it. Not because it's poop or anything like that. I don't know where you stand on that. I certainly don't like that kind of stuff, but this is kind of funny.
Do you not?
This is kind of funny enough to get to look past it, because it's not as disgusting as Dump in the Dark. That was, well, weird and horrible. This is at least a bit cleaner, if you can say dropping a deuce on someone out of a balcony into a swimming pool is cleaner. But yeah, I think you'd like it. It's a coffee game, coffee break game. You know, you can play it for 10 minutes. I know that you like that kind of stuff, so yeah.
And you'd recommend this to our listeners?
I wouldn't want to go that far.
What tags would you give it?
This is where I should have come prepared, because I really didn't even think about that. You probably can't say shit on Steam because they'd censor it. So poop, because it's definitely a poop-based game. Poop, Tony Hawk's, and poops, Tony Hawk's, and cute.
Cute poop. I'm a bit disappointed. I really thought this was going to be a disaster. I assumed you bought this for your daughter and that you would be miserable playing it. Yet she would find it funny.
Yeah. No, we both find it funny. Like father, like daughter.
So I have to ask, buyer's remorse or buyer's confirmation?
Sorry, man. Confirmation.
Buyer's confirmation.